Hello everyone! Should be streaming. Should be working. Should be, he says. Should be, he says. Just checking. Should be, he says. Just checking. Should be, he says. Should be all working. 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 And is that working? Come on, come on here. Is that working? Come on. It is. Well, hey, we're working. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? I hope you're all well. This is a bit earlier this evening, but that's because someone has offered to buy me a dinner this evening. Now, I'm going to take off the sound of the music volume because I've just had a notice from the lovely people at UAD that apparently not all their music is licensed for people like me to use. And why is that not showing? That the video capture should be working. Why is the video capture not working? Game capture. Oh. There you go. It's decided to be also specific. Hello, Icy Demon. Hello, you've subscribed for 3 months. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the alert. The sound alert. I hope you're doing well. Right. Today's discussion seems to start off with... Hello, Spike. Today's discussion seems to start off with someone keeps coming back to me. People started going to me, okay, what would a UAD, in UAD, can you build what you think a NelRod style cruiser would look like from about 1930s? And I thought, yeah, I can do that. And it's going to be a heavy cruiser. And we'll put it up against an Italian heavy cruiser, shall we? Weather, random. Oh, I've got the 1.3 upgrade, haven't I? Weather, daytime, random. Oh. So we want to do night. Shall I do nighttime? Just to be evil. Nighttime. Weather, random. Yeah, we'll design ship. We're going to do nighttime. I'm going to get some water. Sorry I'm running late today, but it's been an interesting time. There has been a lot of, how do I put this, upgrades going on. Both OBS and UAD have upgraded today, so we will see. So we will sort of be treaty compliant, theoretically. We want to do 32 knots, don't we? And we want decent quarters for people, and we want, because it's the Royal Navy, they're all veterans, whether you like it or not. They're going to be oil fired. It's going to be geared turbines. It's going to be, well, we'll leave it as natural for the moment. We're adding some auxiliary diesel. Try and make it sort of that level for the moment. All or nothing definitely fits with a county class. Spike, did you think that the Brother Monroe challenge discussion from last night? I did hear the Brother Monroe challenge discussion from last night, and honestly, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was very interesting. So that's the compact tower they allow you. Ooh. Let's see what we can do. 8-inch triples. And I have to say, yes, I do know this isn't quite what they designed it as, but I've gone with an F3 size NelRod arrangement. But that's because of the superstructure they've given me. Because they've given me that superstructure. But that does look rather cool. It does look rather cool. That one can go. That one's 43. That one's 22. That's not going to work in here. Ideally, I want at least one of this one to be double up. That's not working. So we need to go force draft. That's fine. Right, let's go for our secondary guns. We are going to want 4-inch twins, aren't we? And torpedoes. Things in first. I'm going to give these the best I can. Mainly because I do like to give them. What parts are badly placed? Definitely one of the... Again, this is a so yes, it's going to have the best of the sensors. Yeah. Let's see if we can't upgrade it a bit armor-wise. How are we all doing? We want an 8-inch belt, 4 weight, half weight, 8 inches, and then let's go with 4-inch, 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 and we'll just see how much we can get the 4 belt up to. That should be just about enough. And we want an index of 2 inches, inner belt of 4 inches, 2 inches, index of 1 inch, that is probably going to be a very interesting to try and sink vessel. I have a feeling this vessel could cause minor trouble to quite a few people trying to sink it. Especially as it has maximum bulkheads. So, yes. This thing is probably going to be pretty much unsinkable to most ships of its size. But we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. We will see what they come up with. Yeah, that should be an interesting snon. And barbette. We'll leave that at about 9 inches. Yeah, that should all do pretty nicely. What do you think? Is that a fairly decent vessel? Can we push it up to 33 knots? Ooh, engine efficiency goes down. Engine efficiency is fine. That is... going to be an interesting ship to fight. That is going to be an interesting ship to fight. Let's see what our Italian counterpart is up to. Oh, it should probably need some more 40mm done it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go with the secondary guns again and see if I can stick in. Ooh. That is interesting. So these are 8-inch 49, and the county class, of course, fitted with, let's see, 8-inch 50s. So we want to up their caliber just a tad. How's that going to affect the weight? That's taking almost over the 1 on weight. That's because I'm up in the diameter. Caliber's up to 50. But I'm 3 tons over on the weight limit now. Oof. What am I going to do? I think I'm just going to take that off. Half weight offset 1.4%, so... I want it slightly heavier towards the aft. Slightly heavier towards the aft. Let's see what we can do. What can we do? Lido's a 4-inch. It's only 3 tons I need to drop. There you go. I dropped the 3 tons. Move the torpedo launchers aft. I've got the torpedo launchers fine. That's all looking good to me. So let's see what our Italian vessel looks like. Let's do this and see what it comes up with for the Italians. No. No. What you... Okay, I'm gonna build a Trento class, I think. Yes, discard hull changes. That looks like a modern heavy cruiser, because there you go, you've got launching ramp for the aircraft on the front, and you've got this sort of structure here. No, that doesn't look like one. That sort of looks like one. That looks like a sort of Zara, because it's cut down. Okay, Zara I can sort of build with that. So that is what I will build with this. I will build a Zara class. Of course, it'll be a modernized Zara class. Will it be better than the real ones? Yeah, more than likely. But, you know, most things are better than the real ones. Zara's... Yeah, this will be better than the Zara's. So let's say they go for their twin 8-inch guns again one scenario. Wow. The Italians get some very interesting designs. But if we're looking at the Zaras, they get a standard medium superimposed. Why are the 8-inch turrets so small? At no point did the Italians put in more than twins. It'd be fun to put in more than twins. It'd be fun to go sort of and go triples. I will see how much tonnage I get up to, and then I will work from there. Oh. these people actually looked at an Italian cruiser design? Because nicest way, that's not really. That's not really how I would describe it or shape it. That really doesn't look. We'll just build and we'll see what we can come up with. See what we can come up with, definitely. Oof. Okay, regardless, these are going to have more shafts than the previous, than the real life ones did, so that's the first thing they've got. I'm upgrading their I'm actually giving them buffs. Torpedo survival, triple hulls. We'll try and make everything as realistic as possible for them. They're not going to like that because they get the better of that system, but they get the less capable. They get sonars, don't they? Sensors. They had hydrophones. They didn't get sonar. They did radar. They had nothing. So it's not really going to be fair, is it? At any point, I'm probably going to have to make this a slightly fairer fight. I'm going to have to do some modifications because this is just building something to die, and I don't want to do that. Right, what's their secondaries? Their secondaries were 100 mil guns, 3.9 inch. Okay, secondaries, 4 inch. I know I'm being slightly more generous with their secondaries because they should have 3.9 inch, but you know. And they have 40 millimeters. Okay. 40 millimeters. And they didn't get torpedoes, did they? They also had 37 millimeter. Why did they have both 40 millimeter? They had 37 millimeter later. Okay, well, I'm gonna give them 40 millimeter. They got their armor was theoretically. I'm going to upgrade their armor. I'm going to upgrade everything about them. Spacious crewing, that's good. Yes, they're going to have regular. Yes, we'll leave that with a slightly higher speed. This is turning out to be fairly accurate in terms of many things on the ship. Main belt. Main belt is supposed to be 3 inches, roughly. I'm going to lead them at 6 inches. Because I'm a nice person. Their main deck is... Well, no. Their deck is 6 inches. Is 6 inches historically. That's good. Their deck is supposed to be 3 inches. Their conning tower is 6 inches. So I'll leave that at 8. Their 8-inch guns were 53 calibers. There you go, 53 cal. Their 4-inch guns, or rather what I'm calling the 4-inch guns, were 47 cal. Well, that's as big as I can get them. They're even supposed to be 30. They're even supposed to be, let's 54 cal. Yeah, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. And they have no torpedoes. They have better armor. They have better speed and everything, but they're as historically accurate as I feel like making them. What are we building? Well, this is the Italian, and this is the Royal Navy. So basically, using UAD, we have built the equivalent of a NelRod style ship in 1930. (1931). And let's see, what for me, from the counties, let's check my scenarios. So I'm supposed to have 50 cal on those. They are 50 cal. I'm supposed to have 45 cal on my 4-inch guns. They are 42. They're now 45, and I am a ton overweight. Oh, good lord. However will I survive being a ton overweight? Still a ton overweight. Okay, 40 mils. I didn't want to do this. But it is 1931, so single pom-poms are not exactly. I'm still overweight. No, I'm not. Let's launch and see what happens, shall we? Launch and see what happens. Heavy cruisers versus heavy cruisers. Oh! Enemy smoke spotted to the north. Cruiser AI update, because this is the first time I played with the updated 1.3 version. turning crate towards where my ship is. I would hope you'd be turning now, because you can probably hear the torpedoes in the water. They're in 4-inch gun range. That's not a good idea for anyone to do. Now when you've got the fire and infrared, are you... He's got the radar, and you're outside. I didn't stack it in favour, but this has got 12 versus 9, 8 inch gun. Is that better? Is that better? Notice how they're firing their 4-inch guns but not their 8-inch guns. I'd say all 8-inch guns have been disabled on the British ships, so I reckon we're going to lose this fight. So let's go back and check the building. Hello. What happened? After weight offset, 13.5%. So let's see what we can do about the weight. Let's see what we can do about that down to that. And I think we need to put up the turret armor as much as we can. So that's given that a bit more. That should have really made it a little bit. Should be able to cycle all those through about 360. Well, these both through 360 degrees, and this through about 200, about 270. Yeah, lead them up there. And what else do we want to do to our fleet? That's not going to work. That should do. That should do it. Now let's see. Anything else we can do? We need to do. Their range is going to be what? AP range 17.8. High explosive 13.8. Let's check out this one. It's a kilometers extra range, and they've got the extra speed. What was the Zara class's actual speed? 32 knots. Eh. British guns are surprisingly weak. Hi, King's Rook. And I'm trying to figure out why. So the base range is 16.6 kilometers. Up it by 1% to get it to 50, initially 17.2 kilometers, so it's 600 meters extra range. 17.5, that's slow to go up. And their advantage is, what are their guns? They're 53s, and they're at 18.9. They've got a full rear tower, which gives them all that in better spotting. Whereas this has a shortened rear tower, compact secondary tower. Still gives them fairly decent tower spotting. Let's see. Let's have a play around with this one. Right, sorry. You should know that my sister is currently doing a Teams meeting at university at Kingston, and she's now, of course, no longer works there, so I had to let her in, and so I am currently have admin privileges over her presentation and lecture. So it's occasionally I might be muting her just for the hell of it, but that's just because I'm her brother, and that's what we do. So let's see, what can we do in terms of building ourselves something neat and nice. Let's see what we can do as a NelRod. A NelRod heavy cruiser. Okay, yes, I am taking liberties with this, but please note, this is what I would have built. And I would have been building these as well while we were building the G3, so this is what my Hawkins class would have looked like, something along that lines of. Secondaries, they would of course be the lovely 4.5s. So these have got to be upgraded to 9.2s. And they're going to be, at least 50s. And the 4.5s. Again, make them up to 50s. Well, that's a close I can get. Torpedoes. Where should we stick the torpedo launchers? There seems good. And let's go check in on the armor, shall we? What do you think? Oh, if I was building it, I would probably want to make it, but you know, I'm trying to make it as NelRod-y as possible. But yeah, if I had my way, if I was in total charge of the project, given complete freedom, then it would probably be something like this, because that's going to give me some advantages. Engine efficiency is terrible now. After weight offset is terrible, but we'll see what we can do. Let's go with 8-inch belt, 8-inch forebelt, 8-inch half belt, a 6, and 8-inch, yes, and 2 inches superstructure. Inner deck. Now, Let's see what else we can do in this one. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Half weight offset is 3%. So, ooh, what should we do? Foredeck. That'll have to do. Let's see what happens. So I'm not talking as much as I normally do today, but I have managed. I've spent a day recording, and my brain is currently fried a bit. So please put suggestions on what chips you'd like designed in the chat, and I'll get to them. But my brain is a bit fried. Looking forward to dinner out too. I've written 4 more videos for Christmas, for June. I've recorded 3 more. Different ones than I wrote. I've gone through the 100 or so questions the TV companies sent me for a video to go for them. And what have I designed here? Are you just super? You are just super. Got hit by a shell. Oh, getting hit by 9.2, not good. So you have 12 8 inch, this is 9.2, so... The 5 inch seems to be doing its interesting work. And I think my elevated sea turret was a lot better of an idea. If anyone saw this from a distance, they would swear it was a battleship. Look at that from a distance. That is a battleship engaging. But no, today's been an interesting day. Oh, and I've sent a whole load of emails to museums. It's been a lot of work today. A lot of work. My brain is a bit fried. A bit fried. I've run out of snacks. He says. And then looks in his thing and goes, "Oh, I've got pepperoni." If the RCN had a cruiser at the beginning of World War II, what would it be? It'd be a county class, probably. The options would be a county or a Leander. So, probably a county. Because, and the reason I say that is because if they're ordering in 1920s, it's got to be a county, because that's the only option. So like Australia. And if they're ordering it in the 1930s, the Royal Navy's building 6-inch cruisers. And if they're going to have it by the start of World War II, that means they have to have either a town, which probably would have been by 1930s an issue for them to order, or it's got to be a Leander, which is the earlier in the 1930s. So it's got to be, it's probably going to be a Leander or a county. And county's more likely. Especially if ordered in the mid to late 1920s, because that's when there's no treaty limitations on the number of cruisers you can have. At which point, Canada might as well get a county class cruiser. The question is, what would they do just one? So I think the thing is, they would have more than one. Might only have two, one for the East Coast, or East Coast, one for the West Coast, but they'd have at least two. Let's see. Let's go earlier and see what we can build earlier. Aurora. That is interesting. How do you put that behind that? Destroyer star barbette. I'm gonna have to look around this, aren't I? Okay, let's see what we can do now. How about if I put you here? Ship request. 1936 German destroyer with the largest single gun it can fit versus something sensible. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. We will do that. Straight after I've tried to figure out this little conundrum for myself. Yes, we will do that. That should do. I'm not sure why the secondary 4-inch guns have got so massive compared to everything else. Aft weight offset 100%. I doubt that's going to be it. Error floor. What is the floor issue? Let's go to draft. Tool stern and the stool. Let's see. What is the problem going on here? What am I doing to confuse it? Many things, I'm sure. Many things, I'm sure. But what is it specifically that's causing it to be quite so upset? Above a displacement limit of 18,000 tons. How? Not them. That's fine. Okay. So, basically, everything was too big. Spikes, I wonder what if World War One that RN transfers all Dreadnought class to Canada and all Invincible class to Australia and New Zealand. If after World War One they do that immediately, that causes the Americans to have an absolute massive panic attack. Well, it does. Because the Americans will go, ah, why are you doing this? And the British will go, well, because we are securing our empire. The Americans will go, ah, why are you doing this? And the British will go, because we're securing our empire. The Americans will go, ah, but they could be a threat to us. No, they're not a threat to you. Stop being stop jumping around like you're insane. No point. They're not a threat to you. They're not. But they could be. Under what circumstances? Well, if we have war with you, well, don't go to war with us then. But no. No. Just no. But the whole point is, and the whole thing, the reason the Americans were quite so obsessed with putting in their rules about exactly, you know, how you dispose of ships and all the disposal rules was because the Americans were so worried about the British arming the Empire. Their constant fear was that the Royal Navy would just be respawned as a super duper navy by literally just arming up the rest of the Empire. And that's nothing not to, you know, it's understandable. Let's be honest, we can all understand why the Americans are quite so worried about it. But, yeah. The reality was, it wasn't as much of a threat as they were thinking it was. Right. Okay. 8, 8, 8. 6, 7, 5. is that offset so heavy when that's not even? This is an interesting scenario to try and figure out. What is the problem here? Why is the aft weight don't work great if the that should do. Oh. 0.8. Which guns have poor seconds of fire? Not that one, not that one, not that one. Let's take this down to 4. That down to about 1. And that. No, that's got decent fire, that's got decent fire, that's got... Not sure where it's saying it's got to poor fire. They're obsolescent ships, but are given large ships. Well, to be honest, it would have been far more sensible to give things like, well, the remaining indefatigables would be more sensible than the invincibles to give to Australia, because that's what they need. So you need sort of New Zealand to go New Zealand. You need Australia and the remaining infatables to go to Australia, and you need to give... You probably give not the first 4 dreadnoughts, but probably the next 4 would go to Canada. I think it's hilarious that King had to be nice to the Iron so he didn't have to use Ranger in the Pacific. That's pretty much what comes from you if you haven't designed a decent carrier. Or rather, in the case of Ranger, you've got a theoretically decent vessel. It's just, hang on, what the frick is this? Let's see what they build. Okay. What's their armor look like? Yeah. Why do you have 9 inches of armor on a 7.3 gun? I am liking the fact there's rip. Hang on, those are casemate guns. Those guns, they have mounts. They're not turrets. Look at those guns. That is beautiful detailing. I do agree, that's beautiful detailing, but, you know. Ship is badly overweight. Yes, engine efficiency is terrible. It needs to lose about... That needs to go down to about 8 inches. Maximum. And induced, forced. What? It needs more funnel, doesn't it? It needs more air. How can I get it more air? Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, that's more viable. Efficiency is oh good lord, why is the engine efficiency on these ships so terrible? I need to put in another funnel, don't I? Ship is overweight, but engines are at least working. Standard. Oh, take the bulkheads down a bit. That saves me weight. That gives me 100 tons extra. Yeah. These torpedoes, isn't it? Where are the hang on, it's still saying it has torpedoes, so it must have... Oh, it has them. Underwater torpedoes, what are they? 21 inch? Yeah, I'll let it keep them. Launch, let's see what's happening. Aurora, you have less guns than your opponent does. Your opponent has 8 guns, but you have 6. So basically this is my scaled down York version with 9.2 inch guns. Back in your cruiser design basic videos, you listed the divisions of a cruiser as ASW, anti-surface, anti-air warfare, literal combat ops, disaster relief, intel gathering, diplomatic missions, presence missions, and maritime security missions. You'd have a sloop, but there again, an OPV is also a version of the modern designation of a sloop. As I've said before, you can't call them sloops anymore, but you can call them OPVs. I think the 4.5-inch guns are doing quite a lot of the damage. Maybe the torpedoes? Oh, this ship is not in good form. That ship is not in good form. To an extent, I suppose it is, but it's basically me gone, right then, so let's say I'm building counties NelRod style. And let's say someone says, oh, we've got to make them cheaper. So I delete the turret. This would delete a turret. Is it still viable? Well, I'd say it is. So what was the next one I had? Oh, I had a question. Can I build a German destroyer? The largest gun possible. Okay. And mainly I've gone for light cruiser for the British because, frankly, advanced escort cruiser. What is that? I'll have a think about that in a bit. Oh. That doesn't look like any British design ever, but it does look good. I think we're going for gas turbines with diesel electric auxiliaries. Sorry, this is now distracting me a bit, but you know, we'll get there. We're gonna arm you with. let's go for twins. Why do they have such a narrow field of fire? Because of this thing. Yeah, it is. Literally, it's because of that. Well... I have no idea, but this is not a British design ship, basically. It's something cool, and I basically designed a cool looking ship, but it's not British. It's just a cool looking ship, which is designed to fight the German destroyer. Inner Citadel armor. So you've got Inner Citadel armor. Ooh. Half-weight offset, pretty darn heavy. We will see. Half-weight offset, 28.4%. I'm still trying to work out why the half-weight is so heavy. Why is the aft so heavy? That'll do. That will do. Let's add in some more secondaries. Because we can. And because we can, we must. We must add in more secondaries. Gentlemen, please see, please build request. Please take on number in your class. I will do. I've already been playing around with that today, but I'll play around with that some bit more. I have no idea whose bridge design this is though, because it looks cool, but it's definitely not British. Because I'd recognise it if it was. Why is this suddenly stop mirroring parts? No, that makes more sense. Right. Oh, no, no. That, yeah, that should just about. Again, I'm not sure why it keeps moving the whole thing, but you know, yes. Let's go to our German counterpart. Okay, so we are going to make you have the biggest gun you can possibly have. So you have to be the biggest destroyer you can possibly be. Oh, now I know where the design ideas come from. Look, it's also appearing in the German destroyers. Yeah. That's DD, apparently, according to the Germans. Main guns. Largest they'll give me is a 5-inch gun. Let's see what we can add onto there. So these are 5.9-inch 46s. And we're carrying, well, 15 of them. Torpedo launchers, at least one needed. Well, yes, there will be torpedo launchers added on. I'm going to add in a quintuples on the back. Why aren't you mirroring the build again? Oh, is it too heavy on the back? That makes you happy. Oh. This thing has... firepower! That's what we're gonna call it, firepower. Honestly, this thing is gonna be an absolute nightmare to fight, but we'll see what we can do. Give it all the best things I can. Yeah, that should, I have no idea what this will do, but let's launch it and see what happens, shall we? Look. I am just... I am not getting involved in the design structure of these ones. Okay? Not getting involved. Let's go see what our German counterpart is doing. Yep, 6-inch gunfire. Automatic 6-inch gunfire appears to be doing most of the work for us. Well, you have to remember, UAD does have some limitations of sensible intelligence going on. And they think this is just a torpedo boat. So not enough armor on this vessel. Not enough armor. Oh, good lord, it's in 3-inch range. Why are we racing back towards the end? Did you just see that turn towards the enemy torpedo? That's just nuts. It really doesn't look like a British cruiser, does it? I think this was a placeholder design. It's just not good. It's just not good at all. She is pretty for non-British superstructure. Let's see if we can find somewhere. Let's change the battle from 1940. No. In 1940, none of them look like that. Let's go to 1939. Oh, you can set them at different dates. I didn't realise I could do that. Oh, there's so many options. But, yes, lots of people are coming up about the cruiser option. Let's see what we go on with yeah, again, we'll go with this. That's the destroyer. Because I think someone asked me to design my, I've already been through it, but I'll do it again. Hang on, where is my Orlando class? 1931, was it? Yeah, there you go. Orlando. Versus... Oh, let's design... Let's see what I produce first. Okay, this is interesting. What's the primary guns? They're 4.1 inch, and the main guns available, the large ones. Oh, who knows? Oh, good lord, that's superstructure. Ship is overweight. I'm not surprised, but let's see if we can't, narrow down the beam. Increase the draft a bit. Take that down to standard. Take down the shortest range possible. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Person who's picking up for dinner wanted to check I was going to be on time for dinner. I do love this one. Right. Can we fix this? Can we fix this? And I wonder what the internal layout of the floors. I have no idea on the floors on internal update. Internal layouts, that looked a bit weird to me. But let's see what we can do to fix this. Can I make this work? Yeah, I can make this work. I can make this work. It can work if you want to. Full weight offset 97.8%. I don't know how the 4 is so heavy. But if I take the engines back. Alright, hang on, I do that. And I take torpedo launchers. And I go targeting a secondary tower, targeting. Hello. And we want these guns up to 5.9 inch, don't we? That looks about doable. How is that adding up so much weight onto that front end? How? That'll do. Hi, Jack. It's Friday. It's Dr. Lark on Twitch. Yes. And I have been confirmed that once, it's basically, once you get to a certain number of subscribers on Twitch, you can do it so that people who subscribe do not have to see adverts while you're doing it. But, yeah. Yes, it would be nice. I do chat occasionally with the UAD people. It would be fun. but we'll see. I'm just trying to make it moderately survivable. Got some bulkheads in it, thank God. I'm not sure how it's quite so efficient, but you know, yeah. This is that's the enemy. This is me. This is my slightly modified version of what a of what I do love it. You know, you tell people that you're on a live, and you go, we're going to keep messaging you to try and sort out stuff for dinner. Right, let's see what happens. Destroyer versus battle versus well, yeah, she's my NelRod style county, but I might have not fit for 8-inch guns. The ads are completely out of my control. On YouTube, I can sort of sim their time, certain things, etc. Here I can do just the basic, minimal controlling. I've had chats with Garrus about this. So this is a nightmare scenario for both sides, because for the British it's a destroyer, which is probably the scariest thing due to the sheer amount of torpedoes it has. But for the destroyer, this is a heavy cruiser with long-range gunfire. It gets hit by anything, it's gone down. I'm not sure why radar-guided gunfire is consistently not hitting the target. Also not why they're ensure why they're engaging in a gunnery duel. I think we're fighting a light cruiser. Oh, torpedoes in the water. Lots of torpedoes in the water. Skillful missing on torpedoes. Oh! See what I mean? 9.2-inch shell hits, that thing's gone. UD, I also want 1945 tech or whatnot, whatever is needed to get 20-inch turrets to Mark 5 and reduce the 3 and 4-inch gun turret penalties. That would be nice. But it seems to me that the, well, you can get to 1940. Please tell me I don't have to rebuild all my battleships again. Oh. I do. Why is it every time they update they lose all my ship designs? Every single time. Oh, they've also lost my Bismarck. I'm going to have to rebuild these. I've got to use them next week. Every single time an update, they lose all my ships. Oh, well then let's do this. Let's design a ship and let's build some ships, okay? Hello, my N3 G3. We are going to have a fun with you. You're going to be modernized to some very high levels. Yes, you will be. We are going to give you the full effects, and I mean the full effect. Oh, we're going with 18-inch. We're of course going with 18-inch. Yes. Now, yep, that gives us 9 18-inch guns. And we want secondaries. We want our trusty 4.5 triples. Mainly because why not have 4.5-inch triples? Funnels at least 1 8-inch. Why are you not allowing me to... Why is it not allowing me to play around my 4.5-inch guns? Making me keep them to 4-inch? That's just annoying. Then my secondaries, they need to be 4.5-inch. Ah, well. Coincidence 5, sonar, yes, all this stuff up to maximum. Sort out the armor and all the other things in a second. We're going to want... Ooh, automatic. We're just going to make them fully automatic because we can at the moment. Super heavy, increased. You know, basically I'm just going with the longest range 18-inch guns I can possibly put in the ship. Oh, we want gear turbines, definitely. We don't need engine efficiency, we don't need anything added at the moment. top speed. I want to be able to do 33 knots because I'm evil. And I want decent quarters. I want veterans. I'm going to have to go for induced. That's probably the better one for me. Barbettes maximum. Torpedoes maximum. Ship's overweight. Of course it's overweight. I'm this way. Have you seen what I'm doing to it? Woo! I can make this thing massive. 61,000 tons. Oh, the sheer power I can include in this baby with this amount of weight. Yeah, I can have fun with this. 14-inch belt. I can have just so much power. Oh, fun with this. So it would like me to go, ideally, full G3, wouldn't it? So let's try out full G3, shall we? The 18-inch. Hello, Blue Elvis. You can come. Oh, that's useful, but I'm more annoyed about my 4-inch guns not being able to be upgraded at the moment. That's more what's annoying me, is my 4-inch guns not being able to be upgraded. You know, the rest I can survive. This is annoying me. I need at least one funnel. And I need to take that down to probably 28, because if I'm going to be practical. And that's, you see, notice how much that dropped my weight and my side down. So my exact weight down. Pitch is enormous. Right, I want to start reducing pitch. So how am I going to get this to drop down enough for me? Why is the pitch so great? That's taking the pitch down a bit. Ship is now overweight, but the pitch is down. Where am I going to save some weight from? Oh, pitch is down. Still. That's the full Nelsonian NelRod approach, as you can see. Full weight offset is that. Give me a second. Sorry. It sounded like there was a young corgi who was not happy with my sister next behind the door. So I wanted to exactly find out exactly what was the problem with. Not sure why. Unhappy. But very unhappy. Ooh, we are close. Let's take this down to 17 on the bar bets. Ooh. Some guns have poor sectors of fire. Which guns have poor sectors of fire? There are no guns with poor sectors of fire here. There's just this gun which has poor sector of fire. It's a good looking ship. Oh, look, if I reduce the beam, the pitch goes up dramatically. I then reduce the draft. What happened then? Oh, good lord, look at that. We made a ship which is going to roll like anything. Now that's interesting. And let's take down the aft belt to about 8 inches. And the aft deck to... We'll leave the aft deck at 6 inches because we still want to be protected from plunging far. Main belt, fore belt. That is interesting. We've got 18-inch barbettes. I think we're going for the torpedo launchers being forward again. And I think we also possibly want some secondaries. NelRod, yes. In a nicer way, Jack Ray, you more than compensate me for my time. It's one of the things you sort of, as someone who is, let's put it this way, in academia, you do not get used to, you find it's kind of strange in academia when when people are being generous and helpful towards you, and you remember the people who are. And trust me, I remember everyone and their generosity. And yeah, let's put it this way: I think 2 years in a row, you have been a very, very big part of me actually being able to do the research trips I'm doing, Jack. So yes, you are more. Don't worry, block ads as much as you like. Yep. Basically, I don't like the triple stacked arrangement, and you can sort of do it with a super tool, right? So you put this in, and then you put in but the weight is just up there. You need to also take that one out. And oh, they've modified all my barbettes down again. That's annoying. I got them all right. The point I was happy with them. Okay, 18. Put that up to 12, and that to 18 on the sides. And why is that a quadruple turret? Oh, good lord. Why would anyone want to put a quadruple turret that high on a ship? They'd want their ship to actually survive. So, if I do this, and I go through the barbettes, and I go to... That is pretty much the tallest, isn't it? That is the tallest, yeah. Super tall one. And then I go for an enlarged. You notice that's not high enough to go over that. So it's not... Once you've got dealing with turrets of sufficient size, it's not really going to help. You're not going to be able to stack over it and make it up to sort of a triple height. Now, Nah, I don't think I'll do that. Right. Halfway offset. Yeah, that's still pretty good. That's pretty good. Halfway offset 11% is not something I'm happy with. But I've got a few thousand tons to play with, so in honestly... I can do this. And for torpedo launchers, I can go underwater tubes. Boom, boom, boom. And for my torpedoes, I'm looking at 24-inch, because they are NelRod style torpedoes, and increased dots. I want to be carrying a lot of them. Halfway offset, 8.3%. That's a lot of that's a lot of capability this ship has. Still rather What can we do? What can make it? What can help us here? We've still got pitch, and we've still got aft off-weight balance issues. We've got all those guns forward. Oh, 4-inch secondaries aren't really that good in ship-to-ship, but they are great for dealing with destroyers and other small things. And, yeah, they are... They're pretty darn useful for fighting, in terms of fighting destroyers, fighting aircraft. They're your main capabilities. And they're pretty good for that. Now, Forward offset 9.2%. I can now even this out. And I've got weight to spare. That's good. Not as good as I'd like it to be, but it's good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, let's add in these. That should do. Archmonitors, it's looking like a treaty-less world ship. This is me designing what I would like as a battleship. And let's see, what's my opponent going to be? Let's see if we can't rebuild the... Oh, good lord. Okay, let's have a why? 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 Who built you? What did they... drugs were they on when they built you? Why? Okay. So... Right then, we're going to go in Modern Battleship number 2. Yes, we're going to save that. We're going to go... Let's have a look at you, because we're going to rebuild our... We're going to rebuild Bismarck, basically. Last time I did this, I made a Bismarck which was sufficiently strong to take on the entire frigating world. And it did. Twice and won. Well, it's going to be oil, isn't it? It won't be balanced, and there'll be geared turbines, because, let's be honest, it's the German Navy, so it's not going to be that bad. Should probably have been diesel-electric, but, we'll see what happens. Electric hydro. Again, they had fairly decent armour. Barbettes would give us that one. Anti-torpedo would give about 4-2. Double hold. Reinforced bulkheads. That's about right. No, they had a turtleback. Semi-auto, because they had a lot of assistance going on. They were electrical. They had standard shells, probably very much. What do they do using that? I think they were on what they were doing. Was it that or that one I was going to? I think it was that one. They had that. They had that. They had a stereo. They had terrible acoustics. They had radio electric radar. They had first generation radar if they had anything at all. Now I need to work out its secondaries. Right then, in real life its secondaries were absolutely atrocious, but in real life, this is not real life, this is me building it, so me is going to put in decent secondaries. They're going to be 5.9-inch guns, because the Germans actually produce decent ones of those, and they're going to be... about 50. These are 52s, which is about right, I think. Let me just check. We will have time to run this through once before I have to make a quick dash to be ready for food. Otherwise, I will be getting in so much trouble. Ah. Frigate. Yeah, they were 52 length. That's good. And what else do they have? They had the 5.9-inch guns. They were supposed to have 12 of them. This has 18. They're supposed to have the 4.1-inch for their AA defense. .1-inch, and they're not really that great a gun, but you know, I try and recreate them as accurately as I can. Really not that good. Now, 63s. I doubt this will allow me to get them up to 63s, but let's see what we can get to. There are 48s right now. Let's crank it all the way up. We can get it, and that's 55. That'll just have to do. Anything else that was worthwhile mentioning and including? Nope, no torpedoes. Right, and their belt is supposed to be 320 millimeters, or 12.6 inches. Main belt's 14 inch in my world. I'm being kind to you. Main deck. Supposed to be 5 inches. I will give you 6. Conning tab. No worries. Superstructure, no worries. Half weight offset is 23 point... Ooh, good lord. Turrets, 14 inches of armor. Half weight offset. How are we going to fix this half weight offset? We're going to have to fix it somehow. That's probably easier to fix. And there we go, we have it pretty much fixed. And in about 7 inches. And half belt. Half deck. Why is the starboard weight starboard heavier than the By 0.1%. Why is the starboard weight an offset weight? What is bringing extra? Ah, there's a missing secondary gun. That'll do. There you go. This is our enemy. I think to add in aviation facilities is just going to be too complicated for them. I think that's honestly what they've decided. So the range of those guns is 47.9 kilometers. The range of these guns is 33.9 kilometers. Let's see what happens. Now, I really can't be on here for long because I said my friend who's taking me to dinner is turning up soon. Well, this is brilliant daylight, and oh, good lord. Okay. I think that will be the thing. It would have to be a separate thing. It would have to be, the carriers would have to be a separate thing. Because when you include carriers, that's going to do a lot of additions to the game. This is a beautiful, this is almost a tropical sea. This would, I would imagine, in this scenario, this would be where the aviation facilities were. I'd say, you know, this is where you have your catapult to launch your seaplanes, etc. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice fire plan going on there. So far nothing hit, but we can always hope soon. And the thing is, with 18-inch shells, when they do hit, you know about it. So does the enemy. This is definitely a very calm North Atlantic. If this is the North Atlantic, then something weird is going on. I mean, there's obviously a massive storm, and this is literally with it taking place within the eye of the storm. There's a storm the size of the red eye on Jupiter going around, and that is how calm it is in the middle of the Atlantic when this that storm hits. Oh, we're now in firing range for his 15-inch guns. So you're well within 18-inch firing range. Also, I have a sort of rule on this game. If I end up in 4.5-inch firing range, something has gone seriously wrong. So far not been hit by a single 18-inch shell. Agreed. According to the latest data, the bigger spot has been shrinking, but it has been shrinking over roughly 200 years. How is it, in the nicest way, you have thicker armor? Is this purely down to stability? Because you have the best radar, because that's accurate, what you would have had. See, we're actually taking damage. This, I don't think it's been hit yet. Oh, good lord, that was a hit. That ricocheted. Seriously, an 18-inch shell is not going to ricochet. Well, that's the thing. These are the best shells you can get. I basically did this as a thing to find out whether it fixed the metric on the British big gun battleships in terms of their accuracy and impact, and it doesn't seem to have done so. Because in nicest way, the Prince Regent Luftpold is not a super ship. And I'm not sure at current range, which is roughly well, let's put it this way. I would expect this ship to be in a lot more damage than it is currently now. Admittedly, I have built probably a Super Bismarck, and that is far better than the Bismarck itself actually was. Oh. But seriously, it's now taken 2 hits to the bow of 18-inch shells. That bow should be nowhere near that. Well, if you've been hitting the bow twice by 18-inch shells, you shouldn't have a bow left. Would be my point. Anyway, it is, unfortunately, it is now 7 o'clock and I am officially running late to be ready, and my lift is going to be arriving shortly. So I had better get going. And I think these two would be a very long running fight, and I would then, well, let's see. 90% floating, 90% structural, 100% float. And this one's roughly the same. Ah well. Thank you very much, Sharon. Take care, and hope you enjoyed. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Jack Ray, Jonathan Moon, and King's Rook, and Archmagents, and I Loves History, and Blue Evers, and everyone else who came in today. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. I need to start resting my voice more before doing these things. So this is our new Bismarck stand-in. And this is our new 18-inch NelRod stand-in. Oh well. Take care, on.